All right, everybody, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Always ready to dive in.
Awesome. Well, today we're going to be talking about something pretty majestic,
Majestic is right.
the Barbary lion. Now, if you're a fan of the animal kingdom, you already know these guys, unfortunately, are extinct.
Sadly. Yeah.
But what really made the Barbary lion stand out, and what can we learn from their story, especially when it comes to conservation? We've got this fascinating excerpt here all about them, so let's break it down.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Get ready for some incredible facts about their size, that legendary mane, and even their connection to Roman emperors.
I know, right? Like you said, majestic.
Definitely. So to kick things off, can you give us a sense of just how big these lions were? I mean, were they really that much bigger than the lions we see roaming around, say, the African savannas today?
Oh, absolutely. We're talking significantly larger. Imagine a male Barbary lion, right, could be stretching up to 11 feet long
Whoa, that's huge.
and weighing over 600 pounds. Now, compare that to your average African lion.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
They were truly imposing creatures.
Talk about a king of the jungle.
Mm.
And speaking of imposing, we got to talk about that mane. I mean, that thick, dark mane extending all the way down their belly. That wasn't just for show, was it?
Nope, definitely not just a fashion statement. See, Barbary lions were unique in that they lived in the Atlas Mountains of North Africa.
Ah, okay.
So unlike lions living on the savannas, they had to deal with a colder climate.
That makes sense.
And that incredible mane, it basically acted like a built-in winter coat, helping them stay warm and regulate their body temperature.
Like a natural insulator.
Exactly.
But, these lions weren't just fascinating because of their looks and adaptations.
Right.
They were also deeply intertwined with human history.
Yeah, they were more than just kings of the jungle.
Exactly. I mean, they were practically symbols of royalty and power.
You're absolutely right. The Barbary lion played a prominent role in Roman and Carthaginian cultures. Think about it. They were displayed in arenas, used to represent power, even given as gifts to rulers.
Whoa, so kind of like a diplomatic tool.
Exactly. They weren't just animals. They were symbols of power, prestige, and even exoticism.
Wow, that's fascinating. Speaking of arenas, those gladiatorial contests with Barbary lions, I've always wondered, were those just for pure spectacle? Or was there something more to it? Like, did they have some deeper meaning within Roman society?
That's a great question. And it's one that historians have been debating for centuries.
Right.
Some believe they were purely for entertainment, a way for the Romans to show their dominance over nature.
Like a power move.
Others argue they were more symbolic, representing a ritualistic struggle between man and beast, highlighting virtues like courage and strength.
So a clash of civilizations, in a way.
In a sense, yes. It's amazing how these animals transcended the natural world and became so ingrained in human culture.
It is. There are even records of them living in the Tower of London, of all places. It sounds like they were quite the prestigious pets.
You could say that. And again, that speaks to their value as diplomatic gifts. They weren't just any animal, they were a symbol.
Yeah, a powerful one. But sadly, all this grandeur is a thing of the past. What ultimately led to their demise?
Well, it's a combination of factors, but habitat loss played a major role. Deforestation, agricultural expansion, these things really squeeze their territory.
Basically, humans taking over their space.
Sadly, yes. And then, of course, there's hunting, both by Europeans and locals, which put immense pressure on their numbers.
It's a tragic story, really. A clear example of how our actions can have unintended, devastating consequences for an entire species.
It really highlights how interconnected everything is, ecosystems, and how important it is to consider the impact of our choices. The Barbary lion's extinction wasn't an isolated event. It likely had ripple effects throughout their entire ecosystem.
Yeah, it makes you think, if we only focus on saving those celebrity animals, are we missing the bigger picture?
Absolutely. Focusing only on the charismatic megafauna, the ones that get all the attention, can make us lose sight of the less glamorous species, the ones that are crucial for maintaining healthy ecosystems. Conservation efforts need to consider the entire web of life.
Couldn't agree more. But let's shift gears a bit. There's a glimmer of hope when it comes to preserving at least a part of the Barbary lion's legacy. What can you tell us about these potential descendants living in captivity?
Well, there are certain lions in zoos, particularly those with ties to the Moroccan royal family, that are believed to be descendants of Barbary lions.
So not purebred, but still carrying some of those unique genetic traits.
Exactly. They might not be purebred, but they could still hold the key to understanding these magnificent creatures.
So scientists are working to identify and preserve those traits. How does that even work?
It's pretty cutting edge, actually. They're analyzing mitochondrial DNA from museum specimens and comparing it to the DNA of these living descendants. It's like a genetic puzzle.
Wow, so they're trying to piece together the Barbary lion's genetic code from the past. That's incredible. But what are the chances of actually restoring some of those distinct Barbary lion characteristics?
It's definitely a long shot, no doubt about it, but it's not impossible. These efforts, they give us a chance to understand the genetic makeup of this unique subspecies. And maybe, just maybe, through selective breeding, we could bring back some of those lost traits.
It's amazing what science can do. It's a testament to human ingenuity and our desire to right the wrongs of the past, even if it's just a partial restoration. So to recap, we've covered the Barbary lion's unique features, their important role in human history, their tragic decline, and the possibility, however slim, of a partial comeback. It's a story that's both captivating and a warning.
Absolutely. The story of the Barbary lion really underscores the impact we as humans have on the natural world. Their extinction serves as a powerful reminder of how important conservation is. We need to protect endangered species before they vanish forever.
It's a call to action for all of us. What can you do to learn more about endangered animals? How can you support conservation in your own way? Maybe this deep dive has sparked an interest to explore further. I hope it has.
It certainly has for me, and I hope it has for our listeners as well.
Well, that's it for this deep dive, folks.
Until next time.
Stay curious.